Ladies and gents, welcome to the YouTube, welcome to my office. I've been asked on a regular basis how a lot of my one-to-one business coaching clients who have their own coaching business are earning the money that they're actually earning 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 pounds per month, and they don't have a team, they don't have any ads, they're not stressed, they're not working every single hour under the sun. In fact, they've just become an efficient solopreneur that is loving what they do every single day. They're attracting the clients they want to be working with. They're charging what they want to be charging, and they're very, very stress-free. And what I wanted to do is create a video where I'm breaking down the exact components that is allowing my clients to achieve the financial figures that they're earning. They're financially free, time-free, location-free, and they're just loving their business. And no, this isn't a Tim Ferriss 4-hour work week where you're just working a couple of hours a day and that's it. No, there is still work to be done, but it's doing work in a very efficient way and delivering a high level of one-to-one, not group. We're not chucking people in a members portal or delivering group Zoom calls. This is a one-to-one coaching business that you can build that's highly profitable and highly enjoyable. Enjoy. Right, so how to build a £30,000 per month coaching business with no team or no ads. This is exactly what I'm going to walk through. I'm having so many conversations with coaches who get stressed, they get overwhelmed, they start to hire far too early. They're earning, some coaches, they're literally earning £5,000, £6,000 per month and start hiring. They can't handle the workload, they can't manage their time properly, they can't run their business efficiently. And I'm going to show you step by step how easy it is to actually earn £30,000 per month with your coaching business as a complete solopreneur. So just you on your own, no team, no ads, just really, really efficient systems and a high quality service, working one-to-one. This isn't a group coaching model. This is a one-to-one coaching model, and this is exactly what I'm going to show you. So a few of the things that we're going to cover in today's video. So we're going to go through structure and time management, very important, as I've just mentioned. Service delivery to your clients, so how to deliver that high level of service to your clients, okay, not diminishing that in any way, shape or form. Your pricing, your packaging and your offer to your clients. Systems and artificial intelligence, we're going to go through that as well. And then a predictable lead generation system where you never have to stress or worry or think, where is that next lead actually coming from? You can have that nice streamlined system of leads actually coming through, operating as that one-man band, that solopreneur, and running a very, very efficient, high-performing one-to-one coaching business. That's exactly what we're going to go through. So part one, structure and your time management. So what I'm going to do is actually head over to Google Calendar to show you an example. And this is an example of how I would structure my time as that solopreneur working one-to-one with all of my coaching clients. So heading over to Google Calendar, this is an example breakdown of what I would do with my time if I was a solopreneur running my one-to-one coaching company just all on my own and spinning all of my plates and wearing all of my hats within my business. So working on the business, in the business, dealing with clients, selling, creating content, marketing myself, creating lead generation material, even looking after myself, dealing with support with the clients as well, just everything that you've got to run and manage within and on the business, how to actually structure that time. So if we have a look here, we're not working every single hour under the sun. This is pretty much a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 that you've created for yourself. So typically what you would have when you're employed, you can then construct a same or similar structure and routine with your online coaching business, because a lot of people think, and I know that Tim Ferriss wrote the book, The 4-Hour Work Week, and I know we're all trying to work less and less and less and less, but quite often so many coaches are trying to work as little as possible, where they actually don't perform, they don't get anything done, and ultimately they get bored. I know I did. I built my coaching business to a point where I was working a couple of hours a day and I was bored, really, really bored and unfulfilled, unhappy, and the world wasn't getting the best out of me. So having a structure is very, very important. So if we have a look at this example here, we have everything color coded, everything is on repeat as an example. So every single week is the same. Look, life happens, things happen, things come in the way, and that is absolutely fine. But as long as we're following some form of structure and routine in our diary and day to day, we're gonna give the world the best version of us, and that's exactly what we want to get across, okay? So everything is color coded. So wake up in the morning, 7 a.m., hit the gym, put that gym hat on, put that health hat on, look after ourselves first. 8 a.m. we finish, we take that hat off, that's it, we're done. If we're a fitness coach, we're not doing cardio in the morning, training late at night, maybe a third session later on in the day. No, we go and train, whether that's an hour, 2 hours, we go and train, we put that hat on, we take it off, and then we crack on with the rest of the day. Too many back and forths throughout the day will cause inefficiency within your day, and you'll get way less done within your day as well. So 7 to 8 is an example just here, hit the gym, finish the gym, done. And then we have 2 blocks within the day where we're clearing down our support messages. So these could be WhatsApps, these could be emails, direct messages on Instagram. We're just clearing them down to 0. We're not leaving any stone unturned, any message unread or not responded to 0, okay? So 1 slot in the morning, 1 slot in the evening. All of your clients, all of your inquiries are being dealt with in those 2 slots. Twice per day they're being dealt with, okay? So we're never missing a beat. Then we move into working on the business as the next priority. And as you can see here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have 4 slots. And on each of those slots, we have just one focus. We're not trying to wear every single hat on the business during those days. So as an example, we're going to touch on this strategy in a little bit more detail when it comes to generating predictable leads. But on Monday, for example, working on the business, that's our YouTube focus. That's all we do. We don't do anything else, but we focus on YouTube. Tuesday, we then focus on Instagram. Wednesday, we then focus on building free training, free lead generation material. Thursday, we're working on business development work. So maybe that might be with your mentor, your business coach. It might be personal development, watching a podcast, sharpening your tools as a coach, whatever it may be. That's what we're doing on that Thursday. And then on the Friday, we're building internal teaching material, additional value for the current clients that we've got, and developing the service from the inside on a Friday. And that's what everything is looking like. And then if you have a look here, so 12 till 5, that is working in the business. So just those 5 hours working in the business, Monday to Friday. That is doing one-to-one calls if that's what you're doing with your business. It could be a condensed amount of time doing maybe smaller check-ins with your clients. However you're delivering your service right now, 12 till 5, we're condensing it, we put in that hat on, we're taking it off, and then we're clearing our messages down, and then we're off for the evening. We can then be present with our families. We can then do what we want outside of that. And this does not require a team in any way, shape or form. We're not even working at the weekends, okay? Everything is condensed, everything is efficient, everything has been proactive and is scheduled out in regards to like your content, your thinking ahead, your future proofing. And then when it comes to each day, if you switch to that day view, as an example, you can literally just go through the day. So when you wake up in the morning, right, I know I'm hitting the gym, I'm clearing my messages down, I'm working on the business with that specific thing, I'm dealing with my clients, clearing my messages down again, done. And then I'll repeat. And it just makes you really, really fluent and puts you in this flow state where you're not stressed, you're not overwhelmed, you're waking up, you know exactly what you need to do. All of your clients have the highest level of service being delivered to them, which is very, very important, and everything is as efficient as possible. And this is exactly how I recommend that you structure your time, or a similar example just here, okay? So as you'll see, there's 25 then one-to-one slots throughout the week, or 25 hours actually throughout the week that you can deliver a service to your clients. That's 100 slots across the month. So in order to hit that £30,000 per month mark, your hourly rate needs to be around that £300 per hour or similar. For example, if you're doing 15 minutes of service delivery, okay, it would be 25% of that, it would be £75 per hour. However much time that you're spending with your client, it's around that £300 per hour mark with that time schedule example just there. And then you need to be charging accordingly for that to hit that mark, okay? So that is how I would recommend to structure and manage your time. Now, moving on. Next up, we then have the service delivery to our clients. So how do we create results? Or how do we be results driven as a coaching business? That is the number one thing. You should always aim and strive for getting the best result possible, the best experience possible for your clients. We're not here to chuck them in a members group or a members portal or get everyone on a group Zoom call. This is a one-to-one, hands-on coaching business to get the best out of your client and deliver the best world-class experience possible, okay? So there's a few things that I want to touch on before I go into this. So first and foremost, there are three ways to deliver information with your coaching business. We have, and a lot of people mix this up and a lot of people don't know the difference between the three. You have teaching, you have coaching, and you have mentoring. All three are completely different, okay? So teaching first and foremost, that is delivering valuable information for a large group of people. That's what teaching is. It's one piece of information you teach to a large group of people, you deliver to a large group of people, and then it was up to those individuals, for each individual person, how they receive and accept that information and what they actually do with it, okay? Nothing is bespoke, nothing is hands-on. It's just one piece of generic, it could be valuable information that is passed across to a large group of people, and then it's up to that audience what they do with it, okay? Coaching is working hands-on with the client. This could be on a small group perspective, it could be one-to-one, but you are working hands-on with that client to get the best out of that client. For example, if you're a defense coach in rugby, you're making those defenders the best defenders they can possibly be. So you're helping that person with that specific thing to make them the best in the world at that specific thing. Okay, so that's what you're doing when it comes to coaching. And then mentoring, so the third and final one, mentoring is where you're passing down relevant information, not just generic information, relevant information to that person's life, either individually or on a group basis, from real life experience that you've had in the field, not theory, not a book that you've read. Mentoring is from real life experience that you're then passing down, the lessons, the wins, the failures that you've learned along the way in that real life experience, and that's what you pass down, okay? So 3 different ways to deliver information. Now, I would always recommend that you try and include as many of those 3 as possible, if not all 3, when you deliver your service. For example, with your one-to-one coaching business, you can have teaching material, so pre-recorded lessons and videos that you can offload to your clients that are, again, generic, but valuable information that is just passed down to them, that person can take that information as and how they want to. Teaching, tick. Then you would coach them. That is those one-to-one coaching calls or one-to-one like check-ins that you're actually doing, the service you're delivering to that client, that coaching aspect to get the best out of them, to get the best result possible for that individual. That is the coaching. And then along the way, always relate that coaching to real life experience that you've had in the field. So in this particular scenario, I went away and I did this XYZ. I did XYZ in this particular fashion. This is what I learned from this. You can use that knowledge to actually help you out when it comes to your path as well, help you fast track your wins that you're actually going to get, help you fast track your journey, because these are the lessons that I've learned along the way following a similar path in the past, okay? So try and tick off all 3 if you can. And if you have everything laid out, as I put here, everything laid out in a very clear pathway to get the result for your client. So this is our starting position, and this is exactly what we're doing, step by step by step by step by step to get to the goal. I'm going to teach you, coach you, mentor you, but in a linear fashion to take you from point A to point B. So we're not putting our clients on like a hamster wheel. There's a clear trajectory. We're future-proofing things for our client, and that is the best way to deliver a one-to-one coaching service. Next up, how do we price ourselves, package ourselves, and present our offer to be hitting that £30,000 per month plus mark with our one-to-one hands-on coaching service? So as a solopreneur, as I mentioned, no team, no ads, no complications, a nice streamlined, efficient system. How do we price ourselves and present our offer to actually make that reality? So this is what I'm going to go through now. So we need to have a look at how we can actually create our offer with the very specific industry that we're in. So I've got a few examples here of how I would present my offer. So we have fitness coaching, we have addiction coaching, so it could be like an alcohol addiction, drug addiction coaching company, or it could be AI coaching. So a few examples that I'm actually going to go through here. And what we're going to focus on is splitting up our offer into these 4 components. So number 1, we have the result. So what is the result that we're going to get our clients? Number 2, what is the time frame? So how fast or how long is it going to take us to get the result for that client? What's the ease of achievement? So how easy or how convenient is it for that particular person to get that goal? And the outcome that truly matters. So that is different to the result. The result is the black and white result. The outcome that actually matters is the meaning, it's the why, it's the feeling, the emotion behind actually achieving that result that will push that person over the line and get them to really emotionally invest into wanting to work with you. So those 4 components. So number 1, as an example, fitness coaching. So I will help you lose 20 pounds and keep it off for life. The result, we'll do that in 6 months. The time frame, without living in the gym and eating out of Tupperware. Ease of achievement, it's convenient. We're not living in the gym, we're not eating out of Tupperware. Allowing you to create life-changing memories with your kids. That is the outcome that actually matters. That's why we're doing this thing. So result, time frame, ease of achievement, outcome that actually matters, okay? Those 4 components. And that's an example of how to position your offer with fitness coaching. Addiction coaching, I will help you stop drinking alcohol and not slip back into old habits. Result, in 90 days, time frame, without therapy and or AA meetings. Ease of achievement, I don't want to be going to those things. I don't want to be going through all that process. Allowing you to forge bridges with the family that you lost along the way. That is the outcome that actually matters, because that person could have lost relationships along the way in their alcohol addiction journey, okay? So we're gonna help them get those family relationships back. That's the outcome that actually matters to that individual. Third example with AI coaching. I will help you install AI systems into your business, 4xing your organic content output. The result, in 14 days, time frame, really fast, without the need of a videographer or full-time member of staff. Ease of achievement, allowing you to drive more traffic to your sales funnel, get more leads, and ultimately get more sales for your business. The outcome that actually matters, that that person actually wants. So follow this 4-step framework when it comes to presenting your offer. Now, how do we price this after we've presented our offer? Okay, I always recommend having 2 options. So option 1, an investment upfront for the program. Option 2, a monthly payment plan. So you can either build that paid in full payments into the business or that monthly recurring revenue, okay? So an example with the fitness coaching. So option 1 would be 1.8K. Option 2 would be £349 a month across 6 payments. With that setup, you would need 86 clients at £30,000 per month, and that's what you'll be achieving. You've got a capacity of 100, remember, if we go back to the time management section on this video. So you're still under capacity and you're hitting that £30,000 per month mark, okay? We've promised on here that we will help people get that result in 6 months. Hence why our payment plan is £349 per month across 6 monthly payments, okay? So that's how we price ourselves. That's how we positioned ourselves, okay? Addiction coaching, option 1, 997. If you pay up front, you're gonna save a little bit of money across all of these options. Option 2, 399 a month across 3 monthly payments, because we've promised that we will help that person achieve that desired outcome in 90 days, hence the 3 months. So 75 clients on the books would give you that £30,000 per month mark, okay? And then last but not least, we have the AI coaching. Because this is faster, because this has a lot more of a business impact, we can charge a lot more for this. As an example, option 1, 3 grand. Option 2, you can do 2 installments, 1 at the start, 1 at the end of the 14 days that we're actually promising that offer with. You get 10 clients a month, you're hitting that £30,000 per month mark. So this is how I would present your offer. This is how I would present your pricing structure. And this is how many clients that you would need for each of these 3 examples to hit that £30,000 per month mark with no team, no ads, you as a solopreneur, and you're not working 100-hour weeks, you're working around 40, that typical 9 to 5 that most people employed are actually following, okay? So follow this system, follow this structure when it comes to presenting your pricing, your packaging, and your offer. Next up, we have systems and artificial intelligence that can really, really help you out, make you super effective and efficient. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come off my whiteboard now and show you a few examples. These aren't everything that I would recommend to my one-to-one coaching clients that I help with my business coaching company, Momentum Coaching, but these are just a few examples that will really, really help you out. So number 1 is Go High Level. Go High Level is a CRM, so a customer relationship manager. I love Go High Level, it's fantastic. I've used different CRMs such as HubSpot and a few others over the past, but Go High Level is by far my favorite. It's simple, it's easy to use, and it's pretty much a business in a box, okay? So it's a fantastic tool to actually use. So as an example, just here you have the dashboard. So this is your main dashboard where you can see how many leads that you've got, how many opportunities that you've actually got, so how many leads you've turned into opportunities, how many emails you've delivered, how many of those opened, clicked emails, etc. And then you can actually build out a customer journey for your lead flow. So you can have brand new leads, you've contacted that lead, you've booked in that sales call didn't show, that opportunity didn't join for whatever reason, you can then take notes, that person became a brand new client, fantastic, you won. So you can actually build out a streamlined system from point A to point B of that client's journey, of that lead's journey. So you know exactly how many leads you have and exactly what part of that acquisition process that lead is actually in. It's super, super easy to use. You can actually have all of your social media conversations through here. You can send emails through here, SMS through here, WhatsApp through here, everything all in one place. You can plug in your own calendar if you wanted to. If you wanted to connect your Google Calendar into here so you can have less tabs open. You can manage all of your contacts and all of your leads through here if you wanted to. Your opportunities is a streamlined approach with that customer journey where you can literally just drag and drop a particular lead from step to step to step, and you can also automate them actually going through that as well. You can take all of your payments through here, so you can track all of your finances for your business through here as well. You can build out, you can schedule your content through here, you can build out automations through here. It's a fantastic tool to have when it comes to working on the business and knowing your numbers, knowing where you're at with your business. It's a really good tool to use. So that's number one that I would actually recommend when it comes to working on your business and knowing exactly where you're at with your business. Now, when it comes to AI, ChatGPT, obvious one. This is pretty much a virtual assistant for you that you can ask absolutely anything and it will help you out. Now, my biggest piece of advice here is to use the voice note feature just here. So this will dictate your voice, it will transcribe it into text, and you'll be able to prompt a lot better. Now, my biggest piece of advice when it comes to ChatGPT, if you ask it a dumb question, you're gonna get a dumb answer. You've got to know what you're asking to get the best out of ChatGPT. So my opinion, and something I always recommend, is voice note and really try and set the scene. So set the scene first. So this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what I'm trying to achieve, this is my desired outcome with this question I'm about to ask you. And then ask a very specific question to ChatGPT to then get the best answer out of them. So you're prompting it first, then you ask the question, and then you're going to get the best answer actually out of that. Okay, so it's the best way to use ChatGPT. But you can develop images through here. If you're a fitness coach and you want to take someone's meal plan and turn it into a shopping list, you just copy and paste the meal plan, turn it into a shopping list. If you're working with an international client, something that I've done from time to time, I will take exactly what I want to say to my client, put it in here, it will transcribe it into either German, Spanish, you name it, and then I can obviously send that out to the client. It's a really, really good all-in-one tool that I would recommend that any coach or any business owner is actually utilizing on a day-to-day basis. It's not here to replace you, it's here to make you more efficient, it's here to level you up. But as I mentioned, if you don't know how to prompt it properly or ask questions properly, it's going to be absolutely useless to you. So you've got to learn how to prompt it properly and ask the right questions for what you're trying to get out of ChatGPT. Next piece of AI is captions. So captions is fantastic. So it's a tool where you can create a very quick video on your phone, load it into captions. It will enhance the audio, so you don't necessarily need a mic that I've got on right now. You don't necessarily need a mic or anything like that. It will subtitle it for you. It will zoom in and out, make it engaging. It will add overlays to it. So when it comes to short form content, you can literally load a raw video that you filmed in 30 to 60 seconds, load it into captions. It'll make it look like a video editor has enhanced it for you, made it really engaging. Literally within 60 seconds, so 1 to 2 minutes, it's done. And then you can then schedule that content out through your social media. So it's fast, it makes you efficient. It's a really good tool to use. Next is Opus, so on the content train. This is where we can take a long video, so let's say a longer YouTube video, load it into Opus, and this will then crop down, make it portrait, as you can see with the examples here. It will subtitle it for you, make it engaging, similar to captions, but it's taken a long form and it's creating many clips. It says here 10, but I've had up to 30 before, 30 clips that I've been able to use for my social media on a short form basis, again, making you really efficient. Next up is Gamma. So I've got two more that I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show you everything on this video because we'll be here all day, but two more. Gamma creates presentations for you, so professional presentations for you. So if you're doing a lot of teaching material, as we mentioned, you can create a fantastic presentation covering all the key points that you want to go through. It looks professional, it looks like a graphic designer's actually built it for you, and then you can obviously share your screen, walk through it, deliver that presentation, or you can send people the PDF version of that presentation, again, done in a minute or two. Very fast. And then similar to Gamma, we then have Designer. So this is something that will help you create ebooks. So instead of presentations, you can then create ebooks, again, very quickly off the back of prompting correctly. So having great systems in place, utilizing artificial intelligence in today's day and age, utilizing a CRM, as I've mentioned, with all of your systems and automations and structure and management of the business, just being on the ball, just knowing your shit, knowing your numbers, and just being on it and maximizing your time efficiency, utilizing AI is going to be so important for you as that solopreneur building a business to £30,000 per month plus. And last but not least, we have a predictable lead generation model that I would really advise that you follow in today's day and age. Again, this is without any paid traffic or any paid ads, okay? So this is an organic sales flywheel, and the biggest reason this is set up is because this little word here, trust, is the #1 currency in today's day and age, #1. There's so many skeptics out there, especially with the rise of online business owners now off the back of the pandemic in 2020 to 2023, whenever it ended. There's just been a huge rise of people wanting to work online. We're in a digital world now. People are very flexible, very free, very location free, and people are working from all around the world trying to sell their business or sell their services, sell their products online. So trust is very important to win trust from the market, okay? So this entire process just here is exactly what works. It works for me, works for my clients when it comes to building trust. So first and foremost, we have attract, we then have pocket value, we then have trust building content, our application form, and then we turn those applicants into brand new clients. And then with those brand new clients, we can then attract even more, and then the show goes on and on when it comes to building out this organic marketing strategy, okay? So attract first. This is where we don't want to just be doing a lead magnet and that's it. Like, that doesn't work anymore. It's not enough. We're not giving our audience enough, okay? So this is an example with a fitness coaching company, but again, this can be adapted to any coaching business that you've actually got. So first and foremost, when it comes to attracting, regular free training. So I personally do weekly free training. My clients do as well. It could be twice a month, but we don't just want to put all of that effort into creating one ebook or one webinar and that's all we do. It needs to be a regular thing that we're constantly trying to produce value and give to our audience on a regular basis. So one week could be, I've got a free training on X, Y, and Z. The next week is, I've got an ebook on X, Y, and Z, a different type of topic that is helping your niche out. And then you're ongoingly helping with regular lead magnets on a regular basis, not just one, we're regularly doing it, okay? And then we're storing all of those lead magnets in one place. It could be a members portal, it could be a community. You're just building value, okay? And we're continuously offering our audience that free training. Something else that works very well is training and nutrition plan audits. Again, this is for a fitness coach. It could be business audits, it could be mindset audits, it could be addiction audits, whatever you want to do, an audit for your niche, okay? But in this particular example, training and nutrition audits, let me have a look at what you're currently doing, and I'm going to break it down and actually give you some stepping stones, some actionable steps on what I would recommend as a professional that will help you start to see results, okay? Really simple. It's a great way to give your audience value. It's a great way to help them out. And when they start seeing results off the back of your advice, it's only going to attract and help that person build a lot more trust with you, okay? Next, being open and transparent with your journey on a regular basis. We don't want to just tell our story once and that's all we do. We want to regularly tell our story and relate to our story on a regular basis. So I would recommend every single week we're reverting back to a portion of our life or a portion of our story, a portion of our journey that is relatable to our niche. So when new people are coming through to your profile, people aren't going to scroll down, especially on your short form platforms. They're not going to be sat there scrolling down. So we want to regularly just update and reinstall our story that we are who we say we are, and people should be listening to us as a professional, okay? Case studies and results, again, storytelling, add context, talk about that person's journey from the moment they messaged you, what you actually did, the challenges that they faced, your response, how you actually helped them, and then the result that they actually got as a carousel, as a reel, as an interview, however you want to do it. Don't just share the end result. That's not going to have any meaning or impact. You've got to share the story with that result, okay? And then your email list is another way to attract, bringing people into your email list, providing and sharing regular value to your email list as well. We need to be doing all of these things. We're in this world now where it's trust, again, number one currency. We can't just be doing one thing and that's all we fucking do. We have to be putting a lot more effort now to build that trust and stand out from the rest. Very, very important. We then move on to pocket value. So this is your short form content. The reason I've called it pocket value is because someone will not trust you from you posting once per day anymore. It's just not going to happen. If you're only posting once per day, it is not enough to gain trust as a service provider, as a coach. So we need to be posting way more, way regularly, and a lot more strategic, okay? I don't have the biggest following in the world. I'm the first person to admit that. I'm still building my audience from a follower perspective. So from an outside perspective, it's like, Josh, what do you know? But the thing is, I've spoken to every single person that actually follows me, and I've always managed to monetize from my audience and done very well out of it. So it's not necessarily about having the largest follower in the world, but when it comes to monetizing and growing a business through social media, I know what I'm talking about. So this is very important. So having one educational reel per day is an example. You can then have one carousel. Carousels are crushing it right now because you're able to tell a story. Storytelling helps build trust, very important. Case studies on a regular basis. You can recycle case studies as well if you don't have a lot of them. Every single month you can start posting the same one over and over again. New people are coming to your page and it's okay. Don't be ashamed or afraid to share case studies on a regular basis, okay? Side note that's not actually on here, there's something called micro validation that I always recommend if you're building your business, you're in the earlier stages. For example, if you've got a client going through their journey, actually share little pockets of results and wins that that same client, that one client is actually having along their journey, and it's a really good way to build trust and show the reality of what one of your clients' progress and journey actually looks like, because you're not just going before, after, you're showing the journey along the way, very important. And then a couple of direct sales posts per week. So advertise that you are taking clients on right now. People won't just jump into your DMs. You have to regularly advertise that, okay? Now, try and get yourself ahead with this. I always recommend, try and get yourself proactive. So let's say you're creating Instagram content once per week. So going back to the time schedule, okay, we've got working on the business Instagram focus on a Tuesday with this example, okay? So what I'm going to do on that particular Tuesday, I've got 2.5 hours where I'm only creating content for Instagram. I'm going to create as many educational reels as I can, as many carousels as I can, get as many case studies together as I can, create as many sales posts as I can, and try and schedule them out over the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, as far in advance as I can, so I'm proactive and I'm ahead of the game, and I'm not just waking up in the morning thinking, oh my God, I've got to create short form content right now. No, I'm proactive, I'm ahead of the game, I'm future-proofing my business. So really important that you try and get yourself ahead as far as possible, okay? Now, people will either apply straight off the bat from that, which is fantastic if they've seen enough of your pocket value over and over and over again, or people want to see more of you, and that's where long form content kicks in. So long form content, a couple of ideas that you can lean into here. Lifestyle, day in the life, shown behind the scenes is a very good trust builder as well. That's not actually on this list, but a good example is a sit down conversation with another professional in your field or a client of yours on a longer basis. We have this huge wave of podcast watching now, podcast listening. So it's very important that, and people are loving conversation. People are loving that because people can actually see your personality, they can see what you're about, see the value that you can actually offer. So it works very, very well. And then educational videos. What I recommend from your educational videos is have a look at your pocket value. Out of everything that you've posted, which pieces of pocket value is getting the most engagement, the most views, etc. Take that same topic, turn it into a longer video, talk about it in a lot more depth and put a lot more effort into that particular topic. Really, really good way, because you've already proven concept with your pocket value that people are interested in that thing. So they're going to be interested on a longer form basis as well, okay? Then everything that you're doing, every free training that you offer, okay? Every free training is driving people to your application. Every training and nutrition plan audit is driving to your application form. Every case study, every email that you actually send out is driving to your application form. The link in your bio on your short form platform, application form. At the end of every single piece of content that you've got, send me a DM or go to my application form. Every long form video, go to my application form. We're not trying to have a million different funnels or a million different places that we're sending this traffic that we're building. We want to send them to one place only. Don't overcomplicate this. Make it simple, like simplify it, streamline it. And we want to make that process as fast and as easy as possible. And the entire intention behind this is, with a one-to-one coaching business, get them to apply, then either send them an offer document to join and sign in the direct messages, or get them on a call as fast as possible. We want them to apply. You need to get in touch as fast as possible. Success loves speed. Get them on a call, send them an offer document, and make them a new client. So close them, get them over the line, and then this show goes on, okay? So this is what I recommend from an organic perspective that you actually follow to create predictable lead flow coming into your business. Now, legend, I hope you found that enjoyable. I hope you found it valuable. That is the most important thing. That is the whole point of this video. And if you are interested in working with me on a one-to-one basis to make some of these steps that I've actually gone through on this video, make them a reality, or if you're looking for that bespoke one-to-one business coach in your corner to help fast track your results, which is exactly what I do. I mean, I've been doing this for years. I've helped over 1,500 people achieve £100,000 per year plus. We've actually just gone over the 100-person mark that has actually hit 7 figures per year as well. So I'm working with people one-on-one to help them build their one-on-one coaching business. And this is what I've been doing over the last decade. So I am taking people on right now. If you are interested in finding out more information, there will be a link in the description below. But apart from that, even if that's not the route that you want to go down, I really hope you found this video valuable, educational, and hopefully you're going to start implementing some of these things and start creating the coaching business that you deserve, that you want, that is going to have you're going to have a business that is going to serve you and give you and the family of yours the life that you deserve. Okay, so I hope you found this enjoyable. I'll speak to you soon.